Alrighty, folks. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Let me pop over here so y'all can see us. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, time appropriate. Salutations to all our friends in the chat. My name is VooDoo Val, and I am joined here with my good friend Codi. How are you, Codi?
I'm great. Hi, Val. Hi, everyone.
So good to see you guys. It's been a minute since we've done a drawing a blank, so we are super excited to be here. And we are coming at you today with a wizard school theme. I'm sure everybody... Wizard school. I'm sure that everybody has wanted at some point or another to go to wizard school. So today we're going to be kind of brainstorming the things that you would bring with you to wizard school. Hello to Barbara in the chat. General Kenobi, hello there. Peter, Wade Acuff, holding it down in the chat. Thank you so much for modding for us today, Wade. I see Umacorn, and I think I saw Seda. Welcome in, Seda. Robert, hello. Thank you all for joining us. Hi, Keys. Hello. Volume is low for you. Let me crank it up just a little bit. Hopefully that works. Can you guys hear that just a little bit better? Let us know in the chat. I was just about to ask if our levels are good. It's been a while, like I said, since we did this, and I don't know. The streaming luck is that when you come back after a long time, it likes to change the settings just in case. Yeah. So I'm gonna pop over here and let you guys kind of see what we're working with. As usual, we have a prompt prepared for you folks today, and if you've never caught an episode of Drawing a Blank, which we might actually have new folks in here because we're hanging out on a Monday morning, what we do is we have a 3-part prompt that you folks can help us kind of vote on themes for, kind of pick a choice. We're gonna have some polls going on in the chat over on the YouTube side of things, and if you're watching on Behance, I would suggest heading over to the YouTube channel and popping out the chat so you can make yourself a little voting module when we ask you folks to vote on some of our prompt things. Our 3-part prompt for today is we never go to wizard school without our pet cat or owl. Our study focus is potions and herbology. And our favorite snack is every flavor beans or chocolate frogs. So we are going to get our first poll in the chat so you folks can decide whether we are bringing our pet cat or owl. And honestly, I did mention this to you earlier. I'm sure that your pet is going to be adorable and perfect and wonderful and so on brand. Mine's going to be a snarky little guy. I'm going to... also on brand for me. I think I'm gonna start while we kind of get our prompt together and start letting people vote on it. I think I'm gonna start like sketching out a little body because I'm gonna make this like everybody brings like a familiar, a pet to wizard school. It could be a frog, it could be a rat, it could be a cat, it could be an owl, you know, whatever it is. But mine's a guy that wears pants. He has a job. He has custom shoes and his size and little hats. I'm actually very, very excited about it. Let me give him a little neck. I might go for the Cody Bear neck. Don't you like, yeah, because, well, it kind of depends on what exactly you're illustrating, but I feel like sometimes when I see you do human characters, there's kind of like a skinny neck, but still like the round head. I think I'm gonna go for that. We're gonna see how that works. Poll is up on YouTube. Yes, indeed. And we are getting some votes in so far. We've got 33% for owl and 67% for cat so far. So if you folks want to cast your votes and choose what we are going to be working on today, go ahead and head over to the YouTube chat like I mentioned earlier, or you can pop out the YouTube chat and continue to watch over on Behance with a little voting module for yourself. I'm also trying to decide if he should have like human proportions or if he should be like weird.
That's so rude, Val. He's not weird.
You know what? He is weird, and I think he himself might have an attitude. So I think I don't know that he minds. I'm gonna do like a quick idea for a weird little guy, just in case. And I'm making it a cat head at first, but I feel like, honestly, design-wise, and maybe you can give us some insight, Cody, because you are the queen of perfecting animal shapes and things. I feel like a cat head shape, like a classic cat head shape, could also be an owl head shape, depending on the owl you're illustrating. Have you illustrated many owls?
Really just a few. Owls are a little bit more difficult for me. Like, I haven't figured out, because I haven't drawn them very much, I haven't really figured out, like, how to simplify the shapes very much. I feel like, for me at least, being able to, like, bring something into my style, I have to draw it a handful of times for it to kind of like be like up in my brain library, and to kind of like be able to, okay, take the more realistic lines and kind of like simplify these shapes. Maybe if Owl wins, we'll be able to, I'll get some more owl practice in there, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll make owls canon perhaps for the Cody Bear universe. It's honestly, it's neck and neck, because it keeps, I think people seem to lean towards cat a little bit more, but every once in a while owl kind of shoots up there, so we'll see. We've got 60-40 in favor of cat at the moment, and I'm gonna let it run for just a little while longer. If anybody has not voted yet and they want to, head over there and let us know what you want to see, and I'll end it in just a little while, and then we will skip over to potions and herbology. I feel like this is kind of a hybrid challenge today, because typically we do, like, we're designing a character, or we're doing like an inventory type deal, but this is like a little character, and then also maybe it could be phrased, through the lens of inventory, considering we're gonna be like, I feel like I would choose the items I need for potions class or herbology.
Definitely.
I've given him a power stance. This is gonna definitely be the body. I don't care which animal it ends up being. He's here, he's got an attitude, he's ready to give you his 2 cents on everything you're working on in class, and nobody questions why at wizard school my pet is like, has his own chair. He gets his own lunch at lunchtime.
Tiny chair.
Yeah, tiny, very tiny chair. He brings it himself. It's a lawn chair. It's not even a class chair. Maybe I should give him like a lawn chair folded up under his arm. Like he showed up with his own chair.
That's hilarious.
He also is looking vaguely like a wrestler. But maybe that's okay. We have the Adobe Live in chat. We have the Tackle Boys in the chat. Wow. That's crazy. Real Tackle Boys. We're in the presence of royalty, folks. If you haven't checked out the Tackle Boys channel, you probably should. Welcome in, Tackle Boys. Good to see ya. Wade is voting for an owl cat. Unfortunately, that isn't one of the choices, but Wade, if you want to draw with us, I would love to see an owl cat from you.
Yeah, Wade owl cat.
I also think it's safe to say that cat has won this round, so we're gonna go with cat. We'll go ahead and end that poll. And our next one, you guys are gonna need to choose what our focus of study at Wizard School is. So, if you would like to choose between potions or herbology, let us know over in the YouTube chat. We're going to be getting that up for you folks pretty soon. I think I'm just gonna put him like big on this side. Your cats are so good. They look so well behaved.
Very blocky.
Yeah, very, very blocky, but honestly, I would love to give them a little pat pat.
A little pat, yeah.
Mine doesn't even have a face yet, and he already looks vaguely threatening.
It's the he needs he definitely like holding his lawn chair and like a briefcase in the other hand, like he's off to work, off to class.
I'm gonna give him robes too, honestly.
Yes.
Like he thinks that he goes to this school.
A secondary question for chat, what fur pattern and coloring would you want me to paint my kitty cat?
Yes, that's a good choice. I have a vaguely lavender background, but stop me, stop me, guys. I might actually, to be honest, I wonder if I should go with like charcoal and green.
Oh,
I could go with charcoal and green for this. I'm starting to think that maybe this isn't me going to wizard school. I'm starting to think that maybe this is just this guy going to wizard school.
he's the student?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's happy about it. That's the thing. Like, he doesn't seem particularly enthused.
I have given my cat a tiny hat. Tiny hat. Not tiny cat. Large cat in a tiny hat.
That sounds like
cat in the hat.
A perfect book. Large cat in a tiny hat. He's starting to look vaguely bearish. Bear-esque. Maybe I need to, if I give him whiskers, maybe he'll stop looking that way.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna do what I always do, which is turn my my layer on a lower opacity and come in with my brush smaller and start to kind of illustrate. I'm thinking too, every once in a while, especially when we do characters on this show, I like to kind of test out maybe a different way of doing stuff. And I think that a lot of what you'll see is me using this as an excuse to draw something like I've never drawn anything before. And I think that one of my favorites that I've tested is like this style where like none of the lines really connect all the way for something. Like I can just kind of do like, because he's got fur, you know, and just have like little hatch marks, but not like a full line that actually connects across the whole shape of the head.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. So we're gonna try and do something like that. I think he would look more cat-esque if his ears were pointier too. I think the bear is coming through with the soft ears. On the color wheel, yellow is opposite purple, and yellow looks great with purple. It's like, it's very royal, like a royal purple into gold. Chef's kiss. Herbology is honestly pretty popular today.
Oh.
Yeah, herbology is at 75% of the votes right now.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty stoked. If you guys would like to vote, we've got about 8 votes in. Vote for potions or herbology as our go-to class or focus of our study. I'm trying to figure out what kind of eyes I'm gonna do for him too. I think he's gonna have like, it's definitely gonna look like he wears eyeliner. Oh yeah, he looks very, very Daria. Your the hat. Can we get a close up on the hat? He's precious.
He's just a potato. He's a little potato.
He's very earnest, though. Like, he's like, hello, I'm here. Let's do the thing.
He wants to learn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yours wants to learn. Mine demands to learn. That's the difference between our cats here.
Oh.
I don't think mine's very popular. Okay, he's pretty cute though. He's still adorable. I think that he's definitely the kind of guy who doesn't wear the shirt he's supposed to wear at school.
He's a rebel.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like not a Hawaiian shirt, but like I feel like we could put like fish pattern on it.
Oh, that would be cute. Yeah.
Potions is rising in the ranks.
Oh.
Uh-oh. That cat has a flat head. Why? Why not? Why not? Honestly, both of the cats have a flat head.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a stylistic choice, you know?
Yeah. I always do. I don't know why. I always do a flat line like in between pointy ears for animals. I
think it's
I don't
cute.
know.
it makes them weirdly like extra adorable. I don't know
Kind of
why
just,
that
like,
is.
Trying to simplify the shape, I guess, and that was just kind of like one of those decisions that I decided, you know?
I'm giving him a necklace that is basically just a cat collar with a bell.
Yes. Perfect.
He's not fooling anyone.
Yeah.
He looks so rude. I vote, let me see. Oh, what's up, Roland? Welcome in. Tackle Boy says he has work stuff to do, so have fun. Well, thank you so much for popping in, Tackle Boys. It's always good to see you. A cat with attitude, Val. Yes, indeed. Let me see. We can call him Purple. I feel like he has like a really pretentious name, to be perfectly frank. I feel like his name... Yeah. Thaddeus. Something that like nobody's really named anymore, but he takes the name like really seriously and insists that you say the whole name and pronounce it properly, and he will correct you. Like he Jack, welcome in.
Hi, Jack.
Let's see what else we got. Do you guys want to name him? You guys can name him for me if you want. Does yours have a name, Cody?
Not yet, no.
Oh, might need to fix that because he definitely, as such a sweet little guy, I feel like should definitely have a name. I typically end up loving Cody's animals more than I like the animals I create for myself when we do this. Like, I make a weird thing, and then I fall in love with the adorable critters that Cody gives us, and then I feel like that's just the natural way of things for this show. Okay, he has his own lawn chair. He insists on bringing it to class. Nobody believes that he goes to this school, but he insists that he does. I don't think I've ever illustrated a folded lawn chair.
Yeah, that's definitely a new one. I know I haven't. Anybody in chat illustrated a folded lawn chair?
Yeah. I think honestly, it doesn't have to be like a perfect folded lawn chair. I think it just has to look like it could be that.
Yeah, just implied.
Yeah, implied lawn chair.
Yeah, of course.
Impressionistic lawn chair.
So, ooh, Potions just got another vote.
Ruh-roh.
It's herbology is still at 62%. I was thinking, not that I want to sway you guys or anything, but I was thinking that if we do go with herbology, I might have my cat be an expert in catnip for studying herbology.
That is perfect, actually.
I'm thinking about it.
I mean, we do this every once in a while where whatever gets voted on, one of us will do the opposite so we can have both.
True.
So we could eventually do that. I feel like we should be, what time is it? Let me peek. Oh, we've only been here for 20 minutes. We should probably be getting into our third poll though, pretty quickly here. So why don't we say that the official winner is herbology because it is at 62, but then we'll split.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go with which one?
Herbology for catnip, cat.
And then I'm gonna make him a potions master. I can't decide which would be funnier, if he thinks he's a student or if he thinks he's a professor.
Could you imagine a teeny tiny little professor? Oh,
like
no.
A little guy. I'm gonna give him a little...
I am the potions master.
And they're like, no, you're really not.
No, you're not.
How dare. Okay, I'm giving him a little scarf. A little scarfy scarf. He looks very, very well-to-do. Like,
yeah.
You know.
He is an academic.
He is an academic and a scholar.
Mm-hmm.
And also a curmudgeon. Let me give him his little stripes. Oh, he doesn't have a tail.
Oh, yes. I find that is a very common thing when I'm doing anthro animals. I forget the tail so often.
I feel like I focus on like making the whole body as best I can, that I don't really remember to do all of the little things that it definitely needs, because I'm focused on like building that, you know, that form. Okay, is it gonna be? I feel like the tail should be obnoxious. Like he should be really serious, and then his tail should just be like, "You are not anything other than a cat, dude. What are you trying to pull here?" But then that will make him look like a squirrel. So let's just do like a swirly, like a curvy tail.
Yeah, having the little question mark shape is definitely one of those iconic things about cats. Like if you're trying to draw a cat, some of the getting some iconic shapes into whatever shape you're drawing can kind of lead our brains to just assume that it's a cat. Like
that's a good point.
A question mark tail and pointy ears is basically and a triangle nose. Basically all you need to convey that it's a cat. You can basically make it any shape that you want, and it'll probably still read as a cat if you have those things.
That's a really good point. I feel like you always have the best tips for animal type identifiers, because your style is it's so stylized, but I feel like I never look at your art and feel like I don't know what animal you've given us. Which I feel like most of my animals end up looking like bears by accident. I don't draw a lot of bears on purpose. But boy,
maybe
do I draw a lot of bears.
bears.
Yeah, maybe I should just do bears. I feel like somebody's already got that as their thing, though. Okay, he's pretty cute. Now I'm gonna go for potions. So potions is coming. We also should get our next prompt, which is going to be our favorite snack, because obviously We need snacks if we're going to wizard school. And our favorite snack choice is going to be between every flavor beans or chocolate frogs. So we will get that poll in the chat here pretty soon, and you folks can start voting on that. Potions, I feel like I want to do like a little, like your standard potion, like in the globe.
Yeah.
You know? But then I also like, because this is like, you know, I feel like every game or, you know, magical type show or something usually has a potion that looks like this. But I also like the kind of potions they have, like if you guys have ever played one of the Diablo games, it's like more like one of those old-timey jugs, but without the handle. So it's like this cool, like curvy bottle, and then the artwork, like the game sprites, especially for the older Diablo games, the game sprites had like leather kind of strapping it together, like so you could clip it to like your adventure belt or something. Yeah. So that would be kind of a cool one. So I'll give him like a couple of potions. And then I feel like I should also have, if he's mixing these potions in a cauldron. So I feel like I should give like a little cauldron. Little double toil and trouble kind of business.
Of course. Of course. I always I have a huge appreciation for artists that can come up with like different looking bottle shapes, like apothecary bottles and stuff like that. I always love looking at like really detailed like shelf scenes and stuff that have like a bunch of different like just knickknacks and different bottle shapes and stuff.
I agree 100%. You know what, and just because you said that, I feel like I need to add one of my favorite bottle shapes, which is the coffin bottle shape, which I think looks so cool. So I'm gonna add one of those. It's just got like a skinny neck, and then like big on the top and tapers to the bottom. We'll add one of those. Cool. My cauldron, honestly, looking a little bit like a pot of gold. Not sure how I feel about that. I feel like it needs to be rounder, definitely. Let me do like more like a bowl. Still looking like a pot of gold, but not, maybe it won't if I add actual bubbles.
Bubbles, yeah, definitely.
But also like, sometimes I have to give myself a little bit of grace when it comes to the sketching portion of a lot of stuff that I'm doing. And I don't know about you, but I oftentimes, like, especially if I'm streaming, if I don't get it right the first time, I'm like, well, this sketch is a failure. But if I was by myself, I would like work on it and it would eventually look good.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be a little more optimistic. Stick with it.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to stick with a sketch that you don't like while on stream. Because you want everything to look good for it to be on stream, but you know, that's just not reality of making artwork, so.
No, not at all. I feel like the reality of my sketches, honestly, is they look like garbage right up until they don't. And I'm like, whoa, whew, that's lucky me. Okay, that looks way more like a cauldron. I think that does.
See, you just had to add a few little things, a few little details, and you're like, okay, never mind, that looks fine.
I'm seeing some conflicting signals in the lore versus the betrayal in Val's cat. Perhaps the behavior is justified because the cat is running a con. Absolutely.
Definitely.
I think that he part of him knows the truth, which is that he does not go here. He is not a professor. He's not involved. But I think he's just decided that he cares less about the rules and more about what he wants to do. And sometimes if you pretend like you belong somewhere hard enough, people just assume that you do.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
the old artists fake it till you make it. You tell people like, yeah, I'm a graphic designer. I do graphic design, and it doesn't matter if the only graphic design you've done so far is a birthday card for your grandma. If you did it, you're a graphic designer. Let me tell you, I just wouldn't explain that whole story. Yeah,
right.
I'm a graphic designer. Well, what have you done?
They don't have to know.
Exclusive party invites. That's how it works. I think for the longest time.
That's a nice spin.
one of my like main portfolio pieces, I was like, yeah, this is a commission for a client that really wanted like this kind of cool, I can't even remember, like it was like a portrait, but it was like I went to one of those websites that like gives you a prompt, and was like, this is like a fictional client prompt, and I was like, this is my portrait commission. I did. And it's like, you gotta do that. Yeah. Sometimes. My cat is a graphic designer. Honestly, in this stream, your cats can be whatever profession they want to have.
Yeah, clearly.
Let me see. I was thinking the con is for stealing homework from other kids at the school for their owner. You know what? Like he's getting all the inside answers keys. I feel like we should make him like more daring. Like he's pretending to be at the school because he's looking for potion recipes from the professors or something. Mm-hmm. He has to pretend to be one so we can get into the faculty break room. That's what he is. And chocolate frogs are winning.
Oh.
Chocolate frogs are actually 77% of the votes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, out of 13 votes. So I think it's probably safe to say that chocolate frogs win. And my chocolate frog is not going to be shaped like your average chocolate frog. My chocolate frogs...
Of course it's not.
No. Never. Okay. Did you ever get those little... what were they? Like... were they called golden grams?
I did get, I used to get golden and like Teddy Grams and
Teddy
stuff
Grams,
like that.
yeah. Mm-hmm. And like sometimes it was like the whole bare body that was like this delicious little cinnamon crunch thing, but sometimes it was like the bare head. So I feel like I want to do like little chocolate frogs where it's just like the frog face.
Oh, that's funny, yeah.
And I'm just gonna have like a little pile of them. Like, this is my snack. This is all he eats. It's like, he's like pretending to be a grown-up who is working at this school, but like, if he doesn't take a break for some chocolate frogs, he will throw a tantrum.
Yeah.
There's, oh no. The frog head is ridiculous. I'm actually gonna duplicate this and I'm gonna make like a little pile of these. Like, let's put this like that, and I'm gonna erase portions of it. And let's do another one. The frogs look like they know they're going to be eaten and they're disappointed in you about it.
Yeah, definitely.
And I should probably also keep track of time. Let me see how much time we've got. Oh, we still have like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I might actually be able to get into coloring here in a minute.
I think I might too, actually. Also, is anybody illustrating with us today? Is anybody
Yeah.
creating their own versions of things? I gotta know. I gotsta. Okay, there's my little pile of chocolate frogs. I'm gonna make them different colors. Like some of them are like milk chocolate
Yeah.
and all that. I might also make some things a little smaller here, like potions.
I have created just like a little bag, a little baggie of chocolate frogs.
Yes. Oh, that's a good idea. I was like making the physical candies, but honestly, that's better. I'm gonna put one big potion here too, by the way, because I feel like the other ones can be tiny. And I want to have like one potion that's like the forefront potion. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I will make the chocolate frogs just slightly smaller and kind of stack them in here. And I think that we could also have some chocolate frogs that are broken because it doesn't make sense for them to be like perfect.
He said 20 minutes. There's nothing after this on the schedule. Could go longer, perhaps.
That's a good idea. We can't make the decision to suddenly stream longer, I don't think. But it's possible. Maybe in the future, that's something, because every once in a while we experiment with some new things. So it's something that we could ask about for sure. We've been able to do a couple of like extra long streams so far. So
yeah, probably not today though.
Yeah, probably not today, but that is definitely something we will raise to the Adobe squad. I thought you were only supposed to eat the frog's legs and not the whole thing. Different dish, Roland. Frog's legs are actually super good. I've had them.
I've never had them before.
It tastes like chicken.
Mm.
Like almost exactly like chicken.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. He is a boy cat. My cat, yes, absolutely. He has an accent, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he for sure has an accent. It's just like the kind of guy he seems like, you know. I'm also going to change it up here, and I'm gonna change my lavender background to like a tan background. Wild, I know, but I'm gonna do it. I feel like I want something a little more earth tone-esque, but not quite. What's the hex code for the code, like the color that you use in the back? Because I feel like I always do something that's like too yellow or too saturated. And I like the color that you have in your background, but I want mine slightly more orange than that.
Let's see, the color that I'm currently using, sometimes I use a lighter version and sometimes I use this darker version. This one is E8CCA2.
Okay, E8CCA2. Let me try that, and then I'm going to warm it up slightly because I want it slightly different. I don't want to steal your color entirely, but I do want a little something that's a little more earthy in the back. Okay. Honestly, looking at them side by side now, it's like pretty close. But I did add like a little extra tint. Alright, I'm gonna start actually adding some cool color to the cauldron, I think is what I'm gonna tackle.
Yeah, for sure.
Where's your cat from? Don't know. Where are cats from?
Where are cats from?
Where did they come from?
That sounds like a book too.
Where did they go? Yeah, where are your cats from? Neither here, nor there, nor anywhere. They are from the magic realm.
Oh, I want to draw a little yarn ball for our cat too here.
That's a good idea.
A little yarn ball. He knits, you know.
Yeah. Okay, I am starting to like chip away at the like extra details for stuff, and I'm trying to kind of, I've just decided this, like I wanted to do like the let's add extra, or you know, like the breaks in the lines and stuff to make things give it texture, even though it's like a solid like hard brush with no opacity.
Sure.
One thing that I love, like love is the kind of vibe from like the Hellboy comics, or if you guys have ever played that game Darkest Dungeon, where instead of like solid shadows, there's like little bits and like gritty pieces in it. I think I'm gonna go for something like that, like in the shadows, like adding these little bitty bits and bobs.
Yeah, I love it. It's kind of like broken cell shaded line work, I guess you could call it. Like, I don't even know. Yeah.
I feel like I really have to keep the like the lighting situation in mind, but I can add, I feel like it's really easy to make something look like it's got like dings and damage with these little gritty pieces. So chunky inks, yeah.
Sure, yeah, that works.
I feel like that's, if Wade said it, then that must be like...
It must be.
That must be what it's called.
That's the professional term.
We're going to take your word for it at face value, Wade, and just start calling it that from now on. Thank you for that super accurate, 100%...
Incredible insight.
Incredible insight. Wade's like, no! No, stop. Gritty. I think this whole thing is going to end up being a lot grittier than I originally intended for it to be.
Isn't it always?
Yeah, every time. Every time. I should not be shocked or surprised anymore. And I'm going to do the bubbles. This is definitely a boiling pot of something weird.
Something, yeah.
Something strange. And then we could do like very blocky shapes of color underneath to give it like its main color without actually like no soft opacity at all, like all hard cell shading.
Now I'm drawing cattails because I felt like not only does it have the word cat in the name, but also it's related to frogs because you can find them at a lake or something. And also it's a plant, so it goes with herbology.
Perfect. Perfect. Yours, okay, I want to like spend time with your cat. Like your cat, I feel like if I went to my wizard friend's house and I saw your cat, I would be like, oh my gosh, let's hang out. You are so cute. Did anybody come up with names, by the way? Do we have names? I heard I think is talking about the texture, I heard those were inspired by a trendsetter with the hard shadows and craters on the moon. Yeah, you know what? It kind of does feel like that. Like everything has like pock marks and craters and stuff in it, and I think that's really cool. I'm almost wondering if I should do like a little bit of slime, like ooze kind of, only because I feel like that would add a little bit of dimension to the cauldron itself, just like something dripping off the side of it here. Maybe. I'm not sure if that's really hitting the mark the way I want it to, but...
I have named my cat Francis.
Francis? Oh no! I love it!
There we go. There's Francis.
So cute. I'm gonna go ahead and do some shading underneath here. We're gonna grab like a charcoal that is vaguely green.
You should read Wade's suggestion out loud.
Okay. Sir Brixton Bon von Bentley Beelzebub the Fourth.
Beelzebub.
Beelzebub is pretty good. I don't know if I'm gonna go with that whole name, but honestly, Sir Brixton Beelzebub is hilarious, or Sir Bentley Beelzebub is kind of adorable.
People call him Bees.
Yeah, Bees. He's the bee's knees for
Yo,
sure.
Bees.
Yo, Bees, what's up? And he's like, I'm busy. Dog and bear. I'm busy. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I think Sir Bentley Beelzebub is definitely the name. That's what we're gonna go with, because that's too tempting to give him like a full title. I can't ignore how good that is. And how are we doing on time?
That's a very good
looks
question.
like we got about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm
Maybe
probably
I
just
will
gonna
get to paint my cat.
Yeah.
Let's at least do that. Let's see. I think I might do an orange tabby.
Aww.
Maybe a little stripy Francis.
Orange cat vibes. I think, you know, I like to imagine that if I were a cat, I would be like a super cool black cat.
Uh-huh.
But the reality is I would be an orange cat. I would because I think even though I like Sith Lords, I think I have big orange cat energy sometimes.
Uh-huh.
I'm an orange cat cosplaying a black cat.
When I was in high school, I had a black cat named Jellybean.
Oh. Let me create a clipping mask. I don't know why that took me so long to find. Do you ever have that weird, like, almost like your brain goes into stasis and it's like, you have used
Yes.
Photoshop so many thousands of times in your life, but for some reason today, I don't know where that thing is that I use every single day.
Yeah.
Okay, this is pretty cool, actually. I'm starting to really like how I'm rendering it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like very, I mean, obviously very, none of it's precise, but I think that it lends itself well to what we're doing. Let me get like a yellow, because I'm gonna do like a yellow gold here, and we could do, maybe it should be more bronze. Let's get like, yeah, get like some bronze going on. And then grab this green, do like a highlight. Oh, I feel like I say this every single time. that you paint in front of me, but you do that kind of variation of color, and it just adds so much character.
It's so simple too. I think we explain this a lot, but for anybody that doesn't know, especially since we're streaming on a different day than we normally do, if you're curious about how I do like this painterly look here, I don't know if it's really showing up on screen very well, but
I'm gonna pop over so that people can see only your art.
You can kind of see how like I have a different variation of color, but I'm not actually going to grab a different color every time I paint. And that's just using color dynamics. It is so simple. You don't even have to think about like trying to get like a bunch of different variations of color, and it just makes it so easy. All you have to do is go to the brush settings and check color dynamics. My settings currently is hue jitter is at 0%, saturation jitter is at 11%, brightness jitter is at 2%, and purity is at 0%. And also you want to make sure that apply per tip is unchecked. And so that way, whenever you put down your brush, so I'm going to put down my brush and paint, and then I'm going to lift up my pen again off the tablet and then put it back down. So every single time you put down your pen onto your tablet, it is a different variation of color. So I basically just kind of like scratchy that color, you know, kind of in like a painterly way to kind of give that look. And then also I like to use like different variations of pressure. Like for this brush that I'm using right now, it's called Gouache Perfecto. It's by Kyle Webster. If you press down really hard, it's going to be a solid brush, but if you press down lightly, it actually turns into more of like a dry brush texture. So if like the colors aren't really blending how I want them to, I'll kind of like lightly go over them with that light pressure, and it kind of gives like a dry brush texture and kind of makes it look a little bit more traditional too, like I used brushes and stuff.
Yeah. I love it. And I feel like the colors that it's using are so perfect, like as far as variation, because it's the kind of thing where maybe if you wanted to hit it with some adjustment layers and stuff, you might make it a lot more dramatic, like the differences between those tones. But honestly, it kind of almost feels in a way like you're painting with paper texture, and you have like a very natural, organic variation underneath too. And I feel like it's kind of the perfect thing for your particular style also. Like it just adds more of this like very tactile kind of textile vibe to it, which is just so cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I have added bubbles to my pot.
Yay!
And I'm actually really liking how that came out, and I wish that we were doing like kind of extra long today, because I would definitely add more to this. But we do have like literally just a couple of minutes left here. Yeah, we gotta take off pretty soon. But I'm actually pretty pleased. Like I said, I wish that I had kind of detailed a little bit more, but I'm really pumped about the style that I went for today. It looks very video game-esque, or very like Cartoon Network-esque maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of zoom out here so everybody can see what
Don't forget to swap back to both of our screens.
I did.
We're still on mine. Okay.
Sometimes it might be a slight delay.
Yeah.
Because I think you're peeking, but yeah, I do have it back to ours. So this is, what did we decide on Sir Bentley, Beazle what? I should
Beazle Bean.
Yeah, Sir Bentley Beazle Bean, and yours was Francis?
Yes.
I love it. We do have to take off here pretty quickly, folks, but thank you all so much for joining us here for Drawing a Blank. This is something I believe we will do again. We will let you know when we have our next Drawing a Blank date. But stick around, you know, further in the week, because we do have some more epic stuff coming up throughout the week. If you wanted to catch the shows that were broadcast last week in the slots right after us, those are actually going to be available as a show in a playlist, which you can check out on the YouTube channel. So if you're looking for those continuations, they will be available to you if you'd like to head over to the YouTube channel and check them out. We can get a link over there for that. But we do have to take off before we get cut off. So adios, folks. See you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.